The reason I ever knew about the Sci-Fi Channel was because of a show called Sliders. And I used to tape it on video cassette. This is like 1997, 1998, right? And it was about a basically a teenager who is really into physics, who makes something like a remote that can open up portals into an infinite amount of multiple dimensions. And yeah, this is like the one of the first shows uh that was about the multiverse, you know? Yeah, Star Trek had the mirror universe, but this show really talked about the multiverse. Who really made this show? Katie Wuhrer and Sabrina Lloyd. Sabrina Lloyd and Katie Wuhrer and Cleavant, who played Rembrandt, the jazz singer, were these were the characters that fans really watched the show for. I would say their ratings were what they were, and the show was renewed because of Sabrina Lloyd. People kept coming back to watch Sabrina Lloyd. She was beautiful. And then Kari Wuhrer came in season 3, and Kari Wuhrer was beautiful too. And I really liked season 3, 4, and 5 of Sliders. The professor and Quinn, the main character, yes, I liked them. I was a fan of them. They were okay, but when they left the show, you were like, oh, they got rid of the main two characters of the show, but the side characters were still great, and those season 3, 4, and 5 episodes are great. I love the season 3 and 4 and 5 episodes better than the season 1 and 2 episodes. All right? And fans will say no and stuff, but they don't really know what they're talking about, because I watch the show to have fun and to see the multiverse and to see a sci-fi story. I'm not watching the show for the main character. I'm watching the show because of the sci-fi story. It didn't make a difference to me when they got rid of Quinn. I actually liked the replacement, and he had like a brother on the show. And it's not like they got the one who became the main character was Kari Wuhrer. She was great. I mean, if the show had an audience, it was because of Kari Wuhrer and Sabrina Lloyd. People kept coming back for Sabrina Lloyd and Kari Wuhrer. And you know what? When Sabrina Lloyd left the show, that was really felt. We really felt it when Sabrina, because she was really like the heart of the show. We've seen her there since the first episode. So I would say if there was one character from the original cast that left the show that you really felt it, was Sabrina Lloyd's character. So yeah, they had a reunion one of these past weekends at one of these sci-fi conventions. And you know who wasn't there? Sabrina Lloyd and Kari Wuhrer. The two characters, the two women, the two actresses who made the show. But it was great to see Cleavant there. And the professor, he's become such a big actor. Right after that, he went on to make Lord of the Rings. And it was also great to see the actor who played Quinn there. Because I remember I also saw a movie with him with talking cockroaches. Remember? I think it was called Joe's Apartment or something. But he had made a movie in the 90s about talking cockroaches. And then there was like another movie that I've never seen about a kangaroo. But we know that actor Quinn from Sliders. Okay? And it was great to see the cast. Cleavant, the professor, Gimli from Lord of the Rings, and what's Jeremy Rhys-Davies, right? Jeremy Rhys-Davies. And the actor who plays Quinn, I forgot his name. But what a great show. My favorite episodes were the Kari Wuhrer episodes. And remember those villains, the Cro-Mags? The Cro-Mags were great. Those were really memorable villains on the show. So you think of all the garbage that is put on TV and streaming, all these shows you can't even watch. And look at Firefly. Firefly didn't even get past the first season. So, and they made a movie in the movie theaters about it. So you're going to tell me they can't make a movie in the movie theaters about Sliders? You're going to tell me they can't make a Sliders revival? We're talking about a show that had 5 seasons, all right? And it ran along shows like First Wave, remember? Stargate SG-1, Farscape. Remember the Sci-Fi Channel? First Wave, guys. First Wave. I actually like First Wave more than the X-Files. It was like a rip-off of the X-Files, but better. All right? Better. It was better than the X-Files. So, we need a Sliders revival. You know, we need... but by the way, Sabrina Lloyd, she retired from acting. She played Wade on the show, Wade Wells. And she has her own website. I'm going to put the link to her website below. She's a watercolor artist. And she paints art. She's a very talented artist. I went on the website. And wow, the art that she does is very amazing. Everyone should check it out. And we would like to see her in a Sliders revival. Because I'll tell you something. Most of the Sliders audience is older. It's a show that I used to watch with my dad and my grandmother. All right? So most of the Sliders cast, most of the Sliders viewers, I would say, are 50 and older, right? And I would say you even have older women and stuff. And most of the Sliders crowd is older. So if they revive the show, just acknowledge that your audience is going to be an older audience. And then you can have maybe, I don't know, some... I would say you have 2 female actors, 2 female actresses there, right? Who are kind of like the Wade Wells and the Katie Wuhrer characters. You know, you can never replace them, but you can't deny that the majority of Sliders viewership were because of those 2 beautiful women. And you know, time goes on and stuff, and it was so great to see all the actors together. You know, it was so great to see all the actors together. And it looked like they were trying to see where is the modern audience for Sliders and everything. And let me tell you something. They're still around, all right? There's Sliders fans, I think you could say that the young Sliders fans are in their early 30s or late 30s. I would say the young Sliders fans are into their middle to late 30s. Okay? If you're talking about young Sliders fans.